Hello and welcome back to Metroid Zero Mission. I'm Shaun, and between playing this game I'm talking about all of the previous Metroid games that I've played, giving a general idea on... that gives you an idea of my level of play. I was trying to get through that door and I fucked it up. First thing I did this video. Yeah, I'm just talking about the various Metroid games that I've played, how much I love them. Hint, it's a lot, and yeah, just generally giving my thoughts on the series as a whole. Just to catch you up to speed, the last video I spent a vast amount of time going through all the map I've already seen, and then I eventually figured I'd come around this area again, and the last thing I found, well, I ran around this area for a while. There was this big bit on the map, you'd have seen it right at the start, but was greyed out, so I knew I had to get down there somewhere, and eventually I saw there was lava under there, and I thought, fuck it, I'll just kill myself if I die, or maybe I thought I could shoot down there and run back, but no, it was the way forward, so we found the way forward. We found the way forward, and all roads at this stage... Okay, some roads in this case lead directly to Kraid, who we're presumably going to be facing. So, I mean, it's got to be the way we need to go next. I've run back and forth around this time and time again, so I'm guessing. Oh, thank God! I'm guessing sooner or later, and probably sooner, this is going to lead us to a certain giant dinosaur-looking monster who wants to kick our ass. But before we get to Kraid, wherever they may be... Ooh! Power up! Okay. Or not. Alright. Here we go, here we go, here we go. What's this then? Okay. Alright, I guess that unlocks later. Okay, not done a lot of Metroid Prime 2 Echoes talking so far, so let's have a quick crack at that. So, I explained the plot. The plot is quite important to the whole concept of the game, because the whole concept is that one half of the game that you touch upon, that you go to, constantly poisons Samus, and the other half doesn't. So all the upgrades and the beams are kind of, to a degree, based on that. Based on that concept, so I'm gonna have to follow this dude, aren't I? So yeah, let's start with my favourite thing. Dark Samus Returns, of course. I've mentioned before how I'm a massive sucker for an evil reflection. It's a nonsensical trope of nerd culture, and it just is absolutely my jam. But yeah, as I said, I did pop up a picture before where she becomes kind of increasingly like a warped and distorted kind of part Metroid, part Samus kind of thing. That's super awesome, and super silly if you want to go that way. But no, she is a genuine threat, and she does another save run. This is sus. I can see him on that map. I'm very aware that we're circling the drain on this. But yeah, one of the awesome things about one of the many awesome things about Dark Samus this time is just the fact that she's trying to destroy Light Aether while you're trying to destroy the Dark One. She's trying to bring about her own phase on planet, whereas you're trying to destroy the phase on planet. It all works really nice thematically, and it's all very cool conceptually, and it makes for great sci-fi. And I am, if nothing else, a really big sci-fi guy. So, like, you know, that ticks all of my boxes. So, one of the, as is typical of all the Metroid games, Samus, of course, eventually gets a phasal suit that stops it corroding her when she's in the other version of the dimension. She had that at the end of the first game, and then she had that at the end of the first game, so it kind of comes back here. Even, oh crap, here we go. Here we go. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. Ooh. Crap! Okay. Okay, so it's Super Metroid Kraid. This is very, very different from Metroid 1 Kraid. Metroid 1 Kraid is a little bit taller than Samus. And as I recall, he's like constantly firing an arc of quills. I'll have to check. It's been a while since I played Metroid 1, but I'm pretty sure he shoots quills forward in the way that he does it. That he shoots them from his stomach, neck. Oh, I really wish I could have found some more. I really wish I could have found some more health. Did I have to jump directly into the path of that? Fuck! You'll excuse me not talking about Metroid Prime 2 at the moment. I'm trying to fight a giant dragon, and I'm not doing very well. Wait, is he? I think his colour palette's gone back to how it was earlier. I think he's regaining health. I'm sucking so badly, he's regaining his health. Fuck! I'm sorry. I swear, I can beat Kraid. I've beat Kraid in many, many games. Well, like, what, 3? I think he's only in 3 games that 3 other games, but I have beat him in other games. We're gonna do this. I was hoping to stall and gain a little health there, but we're gonna do this. We just may not do it this time. I can't. I think if anything, while I'm trying to add a little power by shooting his toenails, I think he's actually regaining a lot of strength. But yeah, sorry, I kind of wanted to beat him first try, and it's not looking likely. I don't know. We beat Handclaw guy, so we might be able to do this. I beat him with what, 10 health left? Something. Fuck! Something ridiculous. So you never know. Right? Don't. Fuck! Why do I not jump? I legit think he's just gained all of his health back. I apologise in advance. I'm so sorry. I thought I had this. The timing it gives you to shoot at him is actually quite generous. This is just me kind of sucking. I'm sorry. No. Okay. Fuck! Well, I think that was as much a sad inevitability as anything. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think my rhythm was a little off. Let's just fill our health back up. Let's see if there's anything over here. Just in case there's like an energy tank, like right by where it starts. Do you know what I mean? Like, there might just be one right here, and then all we've got to do is go grab it, and then we've got an extra tank to potentially help us kill Kraid. Alright, sorry, I'm getting... The thing about playing a game while talking at the same time, sometimes I just play the game and forget to talk. I apologise. Like when I sit and play these games on my own, I don't sit here just kind of chatting to myself. I'll talk to my cats because they're the goodest of boys, but I don't sit and natter as though to an audience, so apologies. Right, let's get back to Metroid Prime Echoes in the time allotted to us here before we go take on Kraid again. So I was saying before, she gets the it's a speed boost. Cool. I was saying before that she gets the fucking thing, what it's called. She gets the phase-on suit. But this time, like, it's not necessarily directly called phase-on, but basically you get a light beam, a dark beam, and then the super awesome annihilator beam, which combines both into this like ridiculous. Is that all we're going for? Into this like ridiculously powerful and awesome looking beam that is quite handy. It is quite handy because it you can use that against all enemies. So you can use any beam against any enemy, but the light beam gives more damage against dark aether creatures, and then the dark beam, of course, damages light aether creatures more, which is a really nice mechanic because it teaches you to keep skipping beams and adds just a bit more variety to the combat. Which is not for a second say I didn't love the combat in the first one, because different guns, like when you're in the ice areas, the guns, they use the hot gun there and it injures enemies a bit more, and so on and so forth. But it's a really nice visual thing because the dark things are black and purple here, and the light things are usually either shimmering a bit with light or just regular kind of colour, just in the normal world. So you know what you like immediately visually know which enemy has what more, and you can just flip between the beams on the fly and give yourself like a bit of an advantage in the combat situation. New visors this time. There's a dark visor that highlights enemies between dimensions. So the creatures from Dark Aether can actually switch between dimensions. Like you can be fighting one and it can actually just warp, quote unquote, out of light aether over to dark aether. So if you've got the dark visor, you can actually see them. You can actually see where they are in the other world. So when they come back, you can already have kind of a bead on where they're going to be. It also helps you detect secrets. And there's the echo visor, which blinds Samus. So you've kind of got a black screen, but it sends out an echolocation. The best way to kind of put it is, have you read Daredevil comics? Like, kind of like that. Certainly more like a duck thing. So it looks really, really cool, and it is incredibly useful. It's not one you're going to use the most, but it is really cool. This time we also got the screw attack back, which makes its return from Super Metroid and so on, which gives Samus a triple jump and of course makes her completely invulnerable while she's in screw attack mode, which is freaking awesome and makes you feel like a complete badass. So all in all, Metroid Metroid Prime 2 is kind of... I said it in the first part. To a degree, it's more of the same in the way that Halo and Halo 2 are more of the same. And you know, one could argue this and Metroid Fusion are one of the same. All this sort of stuff, you know. They're cut from very similar cloth, but they... 2 takes everything built in the first one and not only improves on it, I think, but expands it. So it's not just tweaks in. It's not just tweaks in a couple of bits of gameplay just to make. It's not just a couple of tweaks just to slap a new coat of paint on it and call it a new game. It is. It feels like they've learned so much from the first game and put all that into the second one, while also, like, I love the story of the first one. It's a big enough hole. I love the story of the first one for its simplicity, but the better one definitely has more of a narrative. It definitely has a bigger focus on it, and you know. It pulls, like the first one, as I said before, when we were talking about the first game, it tells its story as much through its visuals and its surroundings as it does actually telling you a story. Well, this does the same, while also having a slightly deeper and bigger story. It also... It is constantly informing you of it is constantly informing you and making you feel part of a story while you're going between light and dark Aether, and of course it's telling the story of Dark Samus's... Oh, hang on, this is looking better. Ah, you've taken away my last platform. Final phase! Ah! Hopefully the final phase. Yeah, so it's telling you... I got him! I got him! Don't flail kill me! Yeah. I really hope he got... No. Yes! He cannot harm me! I have done it! Kraid is dead! Oh, that worked out quite nicely. That worked out quite nicely indeed. We just need to figure out where we're going now. Smoke if you got 'em. I don't smoke. Okay. Speed boost this early. Alright, I'm down, I'm down. Is this got to unlock? Okay, it doesn't unlock that other one I've got. Because sometimes they're like working in union, you know, like... okay. Sometimes working, like... Say it was something to do with... Say that was the bomb speed boost and I'd already... Yes, I'd already got the... Say the question mark was the bomb speed boost. It might have... it might have been locked, waiting for me to get the main speed boost first. You know what I mean? That's what I meant there. Alright, I really hope I don't fuck myself. There's no way enough room for me to get the speed boost here. Oh, we can do that. I tried doing that before, and I obviously just missed. Right, here we go. We're out. We're out. Most normal people would have just kept running and gone straight through there, and probably straight through to this next room as well. But you know, give me a break. I'm doing my best. I beat Kraid, alright? I killed the giant dinosaur monster and discussed a load of Metroid Prime 2. So I think we've done alright here. So, yeah, final closing thoughts on Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime 2, I know it didn't get quite the... I know it took second fit. Talking about that, it took second fiddle while I've been fighting Kraid. So I apologise for that. Metroid Prime 2 is right, Metroid Prime is one of my favourite shooters of all time. Metroid Prime 2 is also one of my favourite shooters of all time. It does everything the first one did. It does everything the first one did just as well, if not a little better. I feel it's fair to argue. It certainly expanded. It certainly had a greater emphasis on story. It certainly had a stronger emphasis on themes. Like the first one is... I don't want to call the first one basic, because I don't think it is. I wouldn't call it basic. But the second one is so much more ambitious. Ambitious is the word I'm looking for. The second one does everything the first one did, but tries to be more ambitious with it and take it in a bigger and bolder direction, which is exactly what Super Metroid did to the original Metroid. There are a lot of the same elements, but either way, you've got an absolutely fantastic game. Plus, with the second world and the whole poisonous aether, it's a damn sight harder than the first one as well, which I also really appreciate. I like a game that's hard, I like a game that's challenging, and I don't consider myself an expert gamer. I've played a lot, I've got a lot of experience, but I do like a game that, when I find the challenge hard and fair, I will keep slamming my head against that brick wall until it is over, rather than getting frustrated and quitting. So that was Kraid. We beat his ass. That was Metroid Prime 2. It is the second of 3 excellent games. Bit of a spoiler for the next one. I also bloody love Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. I was going to do this in order of the way I played the games. So, which would have been Metroid Prime 2, Metroid, Super Metroid, Metroid Prime Hunters, then Fusion, then Corruption, then Dread, then this. Or then this, then Dread, because I got a week of playing this before Dread was released. But yeah, we'll get to it all. I think for the purposes of this talk, doing Metroid Prime 2, Metroid Prime 3 in a row, just works a little bit thematically, and then we'll decide whether we're doing the other Metroid games in more of an order, because now knowing what I know about all of them, that kind of works better as a way to do this. Anyway, you're sitting here looking at a save room. I'm Shaun. There will be more Metroid talk in the next part of Metroid Zero Mission. I wanted to call it Metroid Prime Zero Mission Fusion there. It's just Metroid Zero Mission. See ya!